Chapter 73. One Death, One Life. Gu Hai had naturally told Long Wanqing about the big formation that he had set up a long time ago. Long Wanqing quietly stepped out of the big formation and headed towards the valley that the uninitiated person pointed out. That valley at the moment was also wrapped by a hidden grand formation. The exterior was covered in white mist, but inside, it was black gas and gloomy winds. "Come in," the insane man said in a deep voice. Long Wanqing nodded and stepped in. In the center of the valley, there was a bizarre formation which floated on top of a black hole, and it was that black hole that was bubbling with gusts of gassy wind. It was as if it was connected to the netherworld. "This is," Long Wanqing frowned. The unliving man twisted his head to look at Long Wanqing. "In this formation of mine, there is also a sound barrier. If you want to ask, just ask." "My mother's human soul. How did you get it?" Long Wanqing stared blankly at the unseen person. "King Lu Yong gave it to me. However, I'm not sure now. I need you to help me verify it. You are the daughter of the maiden's bloodline. There must be a human soul inheritance. If it's right, then it's the maiden's human soul. If I am sure of the human soul, I still have to find the heavenly soul and earthly soul. Perhaps I can really resurrect the girl. Alas," the unborn sighed slightly. "Why isn't it in my valley?" Long Wanqing stared at the unliving man with a hint of disbelief in her eyes. "Your valley? That guy from Liu Nian? When the girl was alive in the past, she was against me at every turn. This matter, I don't want him to know," the unliving man coldly said. "Grandmaster is infatuated with my mother. You were jealous of Grandmaster, and the fact that Grandmaster said the other day that you don't deserve. To know who my father is shows that you are careful," Long Wanqing said hatefully. Obviously, Master Liu Nian had pulled himself up to a great age, shaped like a benefactor, and could not tolerate slander from the uninitiated. "HMPH, your father is a coward. Throwing away his wife and daughter. Not a thing. I want to know who he is. I must make him look good," the Enshengren said in a cold voice. "HMPH, my mother said that my father is a hero of the world. There is no one in the world who can stop him. He just doesn't know that my mother is dead. When my father returns, he will make all of you look good." Long Wanqing gritted her teeth. Although that day sadly did not say that he would recognize his father again. But, in his heart, there was ultimately a wave of anticipation for his father. It was also Long Wanqing's spiritual pillar all these years. "All right, no more nonsense. Put your hand on this soul-melting recognition array. Let me see. Is it the girl's human soul?" Enshengren said in a deep voice. Saying that, the Enshengren took out the soul box and opened it very carefully, placing the soul box into one end of the formation. Long Wanqing looked at the unliving person and did not have any good feelings towards the unliving person. But, with the possibility of it being her mother's human soul in front of her, Long Wanqing did not dare to be careless, and according to what the unliving person had said, carefully placed her hand on the other end of the formation. "Don't move. It's going to hurt a bit later. Bear it," the unliving man said in a cold voice. Saying that, he urged the big formation, buzz, the big hole below the big formation. In an instant rushed out boundless yin qi, instantly enveloping Long Wanqing, the ice-cold piercing cold air straight into the depths of the soul in general. "Ah!" Long Wanqing let out a loud scream in pain. Buzz. On the surface of Long Wanqing's body, a light blue outline shadow suddenly surfaced. However, it was Long Wanqing's human soul. Above the large formation, a hint of golden aura steeply emerged, grasping Long Wanqing's human soul's finger and gently pulling it to the center of the formation. In the soul box at the other end, there was also a thin golden thread pulling a faint blue light, touching the finger of Long Wanqing's human soul. Buzz. Steeply, a dazzling blue light blossomed within the soul box. What a warm feeling. "Mother, mother. This is mother's breath. Mother. Is it really you? Is it you? Mother. I'm little Wanqing. I'm little Wanqing." You said you'd come back to bring gifts for my sister and I. Why haven't you come back? Mother, my sister and I miss you so much. Mother, Long Wanqing's eyes suddenly turned red, and in an instant, her whole body was trembling in general. Buzz. The great formation stopped violently. Long Wanqing's human soul returned to its place, and in that soul box, Long Xiaoyu's human soul also went back. It's the girl. It's really the girl. There was a hint of tremor in the voice of the unseen person. The yin qi on Long Wanqing's body disappeared, but at this moment, it was suddenly tears falling like rain. Mother, is it you? Can you hear me? Mother, Vu. I'm little Wanqing. I'm little Wanqing. Long Wanqing instantly cried as she tried to step forward. Snap. The unborn closed the soul box and very carefully put it away, not for Long Wanqing to come closer. That's my mother. That's my mother. You give it to me. You give it back to me. Woo. Long Wanqing's mood was agitated beyond measure. 20 years of aggression and longing instantly erupted. Calm down, Long Wanqing. This is only your mother's human soul, and it has already lost all of its memories and all of its attribute traits. The Unsheng man instantly drank. A broken voice rushed straight into Long Wanqing's mind, instantly making Long Wanqing much calmer. Wiping her tears, Long Wanqing looked towards the Unsane. Senior, this is my mother. You have a way to revive her. Right, you can definitely do it. At this moment, in order to be able to save her mother, Long Wanqing's attitude towards the unliving person instantly changed. The Unshengren looked at Long Wanqing, let out a long breath and nodded. Long Wanqing, this time, you helped me confirm the girl's human soul. Thank you very much. To save her, I do have a way. As long as I can find all the 3 souls, only, even if she's saved, all her memories are gone, a blank, she will not recognize you, nor me. As long as my mother can live, in the future, everything will be told to her slowly. She's my mother, please save her. Long Wanqing suddenly knelt down. The unsuspecting person looked at Long Wanqing and said in a deep voice, then first, you need to get back your maiden's heavenly soul and earthly soul. My mother's heavenly soul and earthly soul, where is it? Long Wanqing looked towards Unshengren and said eagerly, in the hands of King Lu Yong. He promised me that as long as I help him do one more thing, he will give me the maiden's heavenly soul and earth soul. The Unsane man said in a deep voice. What thing? Is it difficult? Do you want me to help? What can I do? As long as I can save my mother, any request will do, Long Wanqing said with red eyes. Kill Gu Hai, the unborn said in a deep voice. WH. What? Long Wanqing was struck by lightning. Why died? She looked at the unliving man. For your mother to live, Gu Hai must die, the unliving man said in a deep voice. My mother, Gu Hai, only one can live. Long Wanqing suddenly sat paralyzed on the ground. No, it's Gu Hai who must die, the unliving man said in a cold voice. No, you can't kill Gu Hai, you can't. Long Wanqing's entire body was trembling. If Gu Hai doesn't die, the girl can't live. You don't want Long Xiaoyu to come back to life. That's right. Why do I need to ask for your opinion? The unborn said indifferently. Save mother, Gu Hai dies. Gu Hai lives, don't save mother. Long Wanqing sat paralyzed on the ground, her entire being having a breakdown. Why is it like this? Why is it like this? Long Wanqing revealed a look of despair. On one side was her beloved person, and on the other side was her mother, whom she missed desperately, choosing between the two. What should I do? All right, Long Wanqing, go back. I'll save the girl. I'm leaving too, the Unsane man said indifferently. Go. Where are you going? Long Wanqing snapped. Naturally, I'm going to find Gu Hai. Previously, I wasn't sure about this human soul. But now that I'm sure, then I just need to solve Gu Hai, the unliving man said indifferently. No, you can't kill Gu Hai, Long Wanqing immediately exclaimed. You don't want your mother to come back to life. The unliving man coldly looked at Long Wanqing. Want. Long Wanqing's face showed a look of sadness. That'll do. Well, wait until we save the girl. Then we'll talk about it, the insane man said indifferently. Wait. Long Wanqing shouted at once. What's wrong? The unliving was puzzled. How are you looking for Gu Hai? We have been very careful these days, but you still found us. How did you find us? Long Wanqing looked at the unliving person expectantly. For others, it's hard to find someone, but for us Shushi, it's not difficult. Hair is a product of the metabolism of the three souls. For the dregs of the three souls to be discarded, but it was also Wuxia, part of the three souls, and we, Shushi, are most sensitive to the souls. Hair has hair breath. I have paid attention to your hair breath. Chasing after it, I can find you, the unliving person said indifferently. Hair, you found us because of our hair. You were able to accurately find Gu Hai. Long Wanqing looked at the unliving man in despair. In that case, there was no more possibility for Gu Hai to escape. Not bad, the unliving man said indifferently. Senior, for the sake of my mother, please wait before chasing Gu Hai, okay? Please. Long Wanqing suddenly knelt down towards the unliving. The Enchengren looked at Long Wanqing coldly. When Gu Hai comes back, let me say goodbye to him. Please, ooh. Long Wanqing kept kowtowing to the unliving man. Knock. Kneeling over and over again, Long Wanqing's forehead was knocking out blood, but it didn't stop for a moment. The unsuccessful person looked at Long Wanqing, still with a heart as firm as iron. But when he turned his head and saw the soul box, he suddenly eased his aura. Also, don't kowtow, although I don't treat you and your father well, but after all, you are the girl's daughter. If she knew that I was forcing her daughter like this, she would also be upset beyond words. Forget it. No matter how big Gu Hai's tactics are, he can't escape me. I'll give you 1 day. After Gu Hai returns, I'll allow you 1 day. After 1 day, I'll break that big formation of Gu Hai's and execute Gu Hai, the unsurpassed man said in a deep voice. Long Wanqing said with red eyes. Long Wanqing, I don't care what you think. Gu Hai won't be able to escape. Seize the time. Say your final goodbyes. Don't make a mistake for yourself. Moreover, you have to clearly know one thing. Your mother, Long Xiaoyu, only by killing Gu Hai, she can live. You don't want to see your mother. You don't want to see the girl, the unliving man said in a deep voice. I want my mother, Long Wanqing said with red eyes. At this moment inside, it was as if she was torn apart. All right, go back, the unsuspecting person said indifferently. Long Wanqing, with red eyes, wiped the corners of her eyes and looked at the soul box in the unliving person's hand, revealing a forlorn smile. To resurrect her mother, she needed to kill her lover. As if she had lost her soul, Long Wanqing walked out of the unborn man's formation and walked back. Lost soul, eyes empty. Long Wanqing didn't even know how she came back.